I'm seeing 6 nod, okay. Morning everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I wanted you to find out firsthand my plans for this year's municipal election. I've had an amazing 8 years representing the constituents of Ward 4. It has been an incredible honor to be their voice at City Hall and to represent their wishes for building the city that they want to call home. The unequaled support they've given me has provided me with a mandate unlike any other around the council table. Almost 80% of Ward 4 voters decided that focusing on creating better neighborhoods in a fiscally responsible way, improving and providing transportation alternatives, and making every decision through a climate lens was a top priority for them when they sent me back to City Hall in 2018. In every decision, I've applied these principles to the vision of what the city as a whole could and should be. It was a loud and clear message that our collective quality of life was the highest priority for them. And for that, I will be eternally grateful. Thank you to the residents of Ward 4 who put their trust in me. It was an honor to serve you as your councillor for the last 8 years. I am today, however, announcing that I will not be seeking another term as ward councillor. Throughout my last 2 terms as councillor, I have had the opportunity to see that the quality of life issues that matter to residents are not unique to a particular area. Making quality of life the foundation of a strategic decision-making matters to residents in every part of the city. Delivering results matters, but delivering results that matters more. It is for that reason I have just returned from the clerk's office, filing my paperwork seeking a different office at City Hall. Today, I am starting my campaign to be the next mayor for Windsor. It is very clear to me that people in Windsor, regardless of what neighborhood they call home, embrace and support the ideals that I have been championing around the council table. We all deserve clean and safe neighborhoods. We all deserve quick and easy access to the amenities that fulfill our daily needs. We all deserve safe, efficient, and affordable public and active transportation options so that we can participate in society. We all deserve high-quality city services delivered seamlessly and affordably to our homes. We all deserve a roof over our heads that leaves us with enough money to enjoy the good things in life. We all deserve to reap the rewards of investing in and supporting arts and culture. We all deserve to be engaged respectfully and meaningfully by our city government and to be valued players in the bright future Windsor has ahead of us. These should be available to any resident of Windsor. They should be the foundation upon which we build our city. And we can do these things while still being fiscally responsible. We have accomplished a lot of great things during my tenure on council, but so much has been left on the table. We've always come up short from achieving the maximum potential of any of our plans. Council has done a tremendously adequate job of seizing the opportunities that have been presented to us, but it's time to move beyond adequate. Windsor has a rich history in the automotive sector, and my family knows this as well as any, with 4 generations of Holts working in the auto industry. I take great pride in the 28 years I've spent as a working class member of the labor community. At the same time, I also understand the need to diversify our economy as someone who has risked my own money building a business and creating employment in the city. I also know firsthand the struggles of small business owners. While economically we're on the precipice of growth in this next few years, we have to remember that businesses big and small rely on our municipal services to thrive. Delivering results that matters. This is a watershed moment for our community. The decisions we make now will define the community we become over the next 20 to 30 years. With unprecedented investments coming, it's time to elect a leader with a complete grasp on how to build a resilient and sustainable city. It's time to elect a leader that listens to you in building that city. So I'm asking voters in this upcoming election to consider what matters. If truly realizing the full potential of this remarkable place we call home, our city, matters to you, I ask you to join me. In the coming weeks and over the course of the municipal campaign, I will be sharing my ideas and plans for the city of Windsor. I hope they inspire you to demand better leadership. I hope they create a vision of just how far we can take this great city. I hope they ignite a flame within each and every one of you to get involved in our campaign and help others understand that we don't have to settle in Windsor any longer. We have the hearts and the minds to actually build the city we all want and deserve together. And this campaign will be about just that. Thank you so much.
So, just kind of listening to the words that you're using, that adequate, building, delivering results. What was that phrase? Better results? It sounds like you're running a campaign that is kind of going straight at the current mayor and offering something different.
Well, obviously I wouldn't be standing here if the current mayor and the current occupant of the mayor's office was everything I thought that we could be. I would be more than happy to be a team player on city council working towards a lot of these things. But I firmly believe that, like, I love the city, and I hate the fact that we actually we make it to the 50-yard line, and then we sort of settle, and then we sit back and say, yeah, great job, we got those 3 yards in this play. We need to cross that finish line. We need to get there. We seem to stop short of providing the extras that make for a great city. That we seem to stop short in really identifying what quality of life matters to the city, not just from a personal standpoint for the residents, but also for economically and fiscally what that means to the city. We need to move beyond adequate, and I really believe that everything that is in our platform, and you'll see it evolve over the next and come out over the next 15 weeks, addresses just that.
Chris, talk about the process. When did you really make up your mind to run for mayor?
It was funny. So I started questioning my position on City Hall, I would say, in City Hall about 2 years ago. Really wondering where we were going as a council, really wondering if we had what it took to accomplish the things that I needed to accomplish to actually keep on going. It's a tough job. It's it's called a part-time job, but I'm working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to accomplish a lot of the goals that I want to accomplish. And then it really dawned on me that if I don't take this next step, nobody else is going to. Nobody else has had the insight that I've had over the past 8 years and seen the potential, like the incredible potential. And it seems like we check a few boxes and then we leave it there and we walk away. And it's like, no, we need to go further. We need to actually address what matters to residents. Not just deliver the results that matter to accomplish X, Y, and Z, but that matters to the residents that call Windsor home. So it was fairly recent, actually. It was, I made the decision, I would say, about 3 months ago, and yeah, hit the ground running.
Give us some concrete examples of where you feel council has fallen short in recent history, the things that you wish they had gone.
Yeah, and that's a good question. And unfortunately, it's a question that really you see from the inside. It's not really obvious from the outside, because we're good at holding press conferences. The chair of council has his podium on the go at all times. 6 press conferences a week is not unheard of, right? So we are very good at spinning what we accomplish together as being the best thing in the world. But being behind the scenes and really reading all the reports, talking to administration and being involved in making of those sausages, I know that we can go so much further. So I wish I could give you some concrete examples of that, but just know that we tick those boxes and then we call it a day and we go home because it's accomplishing certain goals that certain people have. But I think the residents of the city deserves more. I really think our quality of life really needs to be elevated to the top tier of the importance of the voters of this city, and we can do it. What I'm talking about does not require increasing the budget. It just requires thinking about everybody, putting all the ingredients for a great city into the pot instead of just a couple that we have on hand. And it does not take that much more work, but it takes a leader with vision, and it takes a leader with inspiration and connections with the experts that can make that happen. And I think I'm that guy.
I think around the table the last 8 years, probably one of the major issues that you and many others are fighting for transit is a big one. Active transportation. How do you think those kind of fall into that quality of life you're looking for, and how do you push those issues forward?
And it's something that I've always been doing, right? So anybody who's followed my career over the past 8 years knows public transportation and active transportation are high on the list. You know, I take everybody back to when the big thing was the Amazon HQ2. So everybody in the globe wanted Amazon HQ2, but their top things that they wanted was quality public transit that serves everybody and active transportation linkages. Like people need options to get around this city. And even before gas was over $2 a liter, it was important to do this, but especially now. Like think about how many people are being removed from our economic recovery, from our experiencing society as a whole, because gas is $2 a liter. They can't afford to go out and experience what we've built. They can't afford that. So it's something that's going to be underlying in absolutely every vote. I'm going to continue that, and I'm going to. You will learn over the next 15 weeks that we do have a fully costed platform, and that includes drastic increases in spending on public transportation.
Chris, if you are unsuccessful, you lose your seat at the council's table. That's something that you're willing to gamble with?
Oh, absolutely. It's a risk that I'm willing to take. Yeah, because I don't see this council going as far as we need to go. Like I said, I love this city, and the potential. The cards we leave on the table, it drives me crazy. And if I didn't do that, I don't know how proud I could be just continuing on, supporting going halfway, supporting adequacy. We don't need to settle anymore. We need to demand better leadership. We need to demand more for our city, because we are capable of doing all this stuff. Don't let anybody tell you we're not. It's something that Windsor is capable of. Take a look at Detroit. We look at Detroit all the time and saying, oh man, I wish we could do that here. We can do that here. We just need the residents to identify that that's an important thing to them and vote for it. All the power is in the voters' hands, and we need them to exercise that power. We need them to identify the fact that they hold the key to the future of Windsor. I'm hoping that we, over the course of the campaign, that we show them a vision worth believing in, that's worthy of being hopeful for, and getting involved. Because there's a lot of people who apathy has taken over, and they just sit back and think, they're just going to do what they're going to do anyways. And I'm hoping this campaign really inspires them to get involved.
Have you told some of your council colleagues around the table your decision to run?
Well, they're going to find out today, aren't they? It's one of those things that I've been playing my cards close to my chest, because there's so many good people in this community that have wanted to get involved in accomplishing what we're going to be accomplishing, but they didn't want it to get out too soon. So council colleagues, I'm running for mayor.
I guess to Taylor's point about no longer being the representative for Ward 4, what would you tell individuals seeking that seat for Ward 4? For
Ward 4. So Ward 4 is, I'm incredibly proud to have been elected by Ward 4. It's always been on the lead up to a lot of the trends. Ward 4 has a lot to teach the rest of the city, because we have our urban design right. We have our the way we build our communities right. Think about the main streets and everything in Ward 4. There's so many lessons there that the rest of the city can learn from. But to whoever's running for my vacant Ward 4 seat now, they're smart. Voters are incredibly smart. They do not pull their punches. They do not. They're not wallflowers. You will hear exactly what they want. But look at my record, and look at what I was returned to City Hall with in 2018. I had 80%. I challenge anybody to find another councillor who was elected with more than 79.5% of the vote. You can't find one. That's how much my platform and everything that I ran on resonated with Ward 4 voters. So my advice to anybody seeking that seat is, start looking at the video and start seeing what I championed in Ward 4, and do the exact same thing. The voters love it.
How old are you, Chris?
That's Are you allowed to ask that question? And how much I weigh is going to be next. I'm 54 years old. So behind me is my lovely wife, Nancy. And that's my firstborn, Olivia. And then this is Logan. So we're all in it to win it. How's my hair, Rich?
Great.
Yeah, thanks. I didn't anticipate I should have got some moose going up there. All right, yeah. That it? Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I feel so loved.
Maybe a picture without your mouth going so you don't have, they're always awkward. They're like, without
Oh,
your mouth.
yeah.
Good luck with that one.
And you could, so you don't want to see my dental work. No, leave that thing there. I'm going to take this.
I was fixing your collar.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take. Can I take this off, Six? Okay. Okay. Here, guys.
Oh, are we all in it?
Yeah, we're all in this.
You want to do it over here?